Why is this failure here? My mother's voice sliced through the air like a dull, rusted blade, harsh, cold, deliberate. My sister followed with a smug little smirk. You're not on the guest list. My father didn't flinch, didn't blink. He just stared past me. Like I was another piece of expensive furniture he long since stopped noticing. I smiled but said nothing. Inside, the words were already forming sharp, steady, waiting. They had erased me. But tonight, I was here to remind them who I was. 9 years ago, I walked out of this house with nothing but a suitcase full of silence. No goodbyes, no warmth, just a sting of betrayal, and the sound of doors slamming shut. They had chosen my replacement, someone easier to display. My cousin Evan, polished, obedient, smiling on command. He took my room, my seat at the table, my spot in the family business. I watched from the outside as he slid into my life like it had always belonged to him. I was 23 when I told them I wanted to leave law school to become a writer. They didn't yell. They didn't argue. They just erased me quietly. Dad rewrote his will. Mom blocked my number. My sister Olivia even updated her social bio. Only child of two proud parents. The betrayal wasn't loud. It was clean, precise, surgical. And it worked. Until it didn't, I didn't fall apart. I built myself back up. It took 9 years, but I turned exile into strategy. First, I vanished, changed my name, took on aliases, picked up freelance writing jobs under fake identities. Slowly, I built a portfolio, a reputation. I wrote speeches for CEOs who never knew my face but paid me 5 figures for a single line. Then I built my own company, quiet, powerful, specialized in ghostwriting, crisis management, and political strategy. I became the voice behind powerful men who couldn't find their own words when it mattered. They called me the pen, the one who could make problems disappear or explode, depending on the plan. I learned how reputation really worked, how to build it, how to destroy it quietly. I never mentioned my family, but I never forgot them. 2 years ago, I found the crack. Evan, the golden boy, heir to my father's empire, wasn't so golden after all. Behind the perfect smile and pressed suits were dirty hands, insider trading, tax evasion, a crypto laundering side hustle through fake charities. Sloppy work. He had enemies, but none who hated him like I did. I watched for a year, collecting everything: screenshots, leaked calls, encrypted data he thought was safe. I knew the right people, the ones who owed me favors. Then I started pulling strings. An anonymous tip to the IRS, another to the SEC, a third to a journalist with real bite. But my final move was saved for today: Olivia's engagement party, the one I wasn't invited to. I walked into the estate like I still belonged because once I did. The same marble floors, the same cold chandeliers, the same familiar faces that used to look through me. This time, they all stared. I wore silence like armor and walked straight to the center of the room. Olivia clutched her champagne glass. My mother whispered poison into a politician's ear. Then she saw me. Why is this failure here? She hissed. Olivia smirked again. You're not on the guest list. My father's eyes went right past me, blank. I smiled. I just wanted to see who Evan replaced me for. That shut them up. I turned to the projector behind the cake table. Mind if I share something? I didn't wait for an answer. I pressed the remote in my pocket and the screen flickered to life. Evan's face appeared, grainy security footage of him handing a briefcase to a known money launderer in Blaze. Next slide: spreadsheets, offshore accounts. Then an audio clip: Evan's voice. If the IRS finds this, I'm done. The room filled with gasps. Evan stumbled forward, pale and sweating. This is fake, he shouted. I looked at him calmly. Tell that to the IRS or your fiancée. She was already stepping away from him. I turned to my parents. You erased me, replaced me, and I waited not to prove I mattered, but to let time rot the lie you built. And now here we are. My father went white. My mother finally had no words. Olivia's phone lit up with messages as the story went viral. Evan lunged toward me, but security stopped him. Seems someone thought I might need protection tonight. Smart. An hour later, I stood outside as 2 federal agents led Evan away. My mother sobbed into her pearls. My father sat frozen on the porch, staring into nothing. Olivia said nothing at all. I turned away from the estate and felt nothing: no grief, no anger. Just air, clean, weightless. Justice doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers, sharp and surgical. 9 years ago, they erased me. Today, I reminded them not with tears, but with truth honed into a blade. Now they finally know I was never the failure. I was just the patient one.